drive it daily, or?
Too expensive too. And there's not enough fuel stations either. So it's not on flex fuel yet. So it doesn't support flex fuel at the moment.
Good evening, my name's Anthony. I'm the owner of Adelaide Japanese Car Spotting. I just wanted to thank you guys for tuning in. This is in fact the third Adelaide Japanese Car Spotting feature, and I thought I'd give you guys a bit of a run around. I've been quite slack. I got man flu last week, so we're going to take a drive in Lachy's R32. This is Lachy.
Hey guys, how are you?
And 32, if you're just tuning in, we're going to do a little bit of a run around. He's going to give us a bit of a squirt. We're going to go for a drive. It's going to be awesome. This thing is insane, and I've been looking forward to do this for a very long time. So I'm glad that you guys are tuning in. So without further ado, let's go. Yeah.
What we'll do is we'll just change the boost setting. It's not much room. Passengers when that's down.
I got some really big legs. If you got any questions for Lachy, just put them in the comments, and I'll make sure we get them answered.
Alrighty.
So just up at the stop sign and then take a left. There's a pretty good straight up there. You can sort of just punt it if you want.
A little bit.
But watch out for this lad.
Yeah, it pretty much drives like a normal car when you're just cruising along. When it is on tap, it is pretty mental. As anyone who's ever been in a GTR before, you'll realise how surprisingly quick they can be without too many modifications. So this one's been pretty heavily modified, which you'll be able to tell about now.
Camera launched. Holy fuck. Now that. Wow. I'm sort of speechless. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's very heavily modified.
Yes. It does take a lot of people by surprise, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you put me back on my seat. Holy shit.
So this is on semi-slicks as well. It does break traction. So you really do have to be aware about how you put it down and when. Although suspension and all that, I think I could probably do a little bit better with to get a little bit more traction to the ground for its power rating. But you know, I really need a track for that more than a street. It says it's a little bit dodgy on a road. Yeah, you know, you're at 12k an hour by about 4 seconds. So yeah.
So what sort of things have you done to it, engine-wise?
So it's got a Garage 101 custom 8.5 litre sump, all baffled. It's also got basically all the oil control has been sorted. It's got a Tomei oil pump in it. So yeah, heavy load oil pump. You're looking at baffle restricted collared all the way through the motor for oil management. It's got drop-in cams, Tomei cams at the moment. It's it's nothing too serious cam-wise, but about as big as you can get without starting to modify your valve springs and valves and all that. It's a completely reconditioned head. It's got a 1,000 horsepower rated Nitto drag head gasket, ARP reinforced bolts. We're talking 10.5 compression ratio, custom pistons.
It's fully built.
Yeah, fully built. It's oversized pistons as well, 87mm bore. It's still at 2.6 litre. I wanted to keep it 2.6 for basically tradition's sake. It is it's RB26. I like and too many people stroke them. I just wanted to see what you could do with a you know, a 2.6 litre and get it responsive as well, which is pretty hard to do. But you know, I've managed to make that happen pretty well for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's running spooled rods, which are like, I think they're rated to 12 with 1600 horsepower, so that's the I-beam ones, so they're very, very strong rods. It's running King race bearings as well, ARC race like bearings all the way through it. The crank is stock. You don't generally need to modify. You don't need to modify the cranks generally. With these motors, they're pretty good like that. If they do blow up the crank, it's usually for other reasons, not for, or you're running ridiculous power like 1200 horsepower through a stock crank, which is ridiculous. But at the moment, this car is just over 600 horsepower, or over 450. So it's over 450 kilowatt at the wheels.
I can feel it,
yeah,
that's for sure, man.
Yeah, and a few people were quite surprised. It's still running stock intercooler as well. Still running stock intercooler on 452 kilowatt.
Is that because it just doesn't need it, or?
No, it will need it now. But it's just simply time and money to get another one in. I've got to get a new ECU as well. This motor does have more in it. You can, I mean, at the fly, you would see 800 horsepower of this motor at the flywheel, so it's pretty, it's pretty good, definitely. At the wheels, you're looking, probably around 750, 700 horsepower as it sits now, with better ignition management and better engine management. So, but obviously, you know, I'm only talking by, you know, what the components have been proved before in other motors of similar builds. But this, you know, it's easily got another 100 horsepower in it for sure.
Yeah, geez, that's kind of scary, isn't it? I mean, how do you go driving something like this? I mean, is it like you tap it and it'll sort of lose traction, or?
No, it's pretty progressive. Because it's running a single turbo. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's another thing. It's now gone from twin turbo to single turbo with twin external gates, 45mm gates. As you probably heard before. But yeah, you can drive it pretty normally, and the power can be quite progressive, which is really, really good. I found a few issues with like low mount turbos being, you know, pretty bloody laggy, to be honest. It is quite old technology to keep them low mount twin now. Although, you know, it just depends on people's budgets really, how far they want to take it. But you're looking to stay, and you know, most guys running, you know, some pretty big power with very quick lap times or straight line times. Almost all of them now are running single turbo. Like, it's the technology certainly advanced. It's a lot more drivable with single turbo, I found. You know, yes, you can make, you know, responsive twins, but at the cost and reliability of a single turbo and ease of maintenance and all that, it is easier just to go single now if you know, your budget can stretch there. I'd highly recommend it for anyone who is building one of these. But yeah, no, I'm very happy with like turbo choice. It's a Borg Warner EFR series. A lot of guys use them in time attack, like World Time Attack. You'll find several guys who have built some of the quickest cars in the world are running these Borg Warner EFR turbos. So and the technology behind them is outstanding. It's just insane. It's above anyone else who are currently making turbos at the moment. But they are big. That's the only thing. The very, very long turbos, they are hard to fit.
I do remember last time when I saw you at the Slow Life meet, you were showing me sort of the clearances you've got in there.
Yeah.
You were struggling a little bit.
It's pretty tight. Yeah, it had to be because the person who was making the manifold had never done one in this kind of chassis before. Like, as of at the moment, I'm the only person running this turbo with this motor in this chassis. You know, minus Paul Henshaw with his 240. He's running the same turbo with the same motor, but different chassis. So it's quite hard to try and get it right, and it did take a couple of tries and modifications to tilt the turbo in the correct direction and you know, have clearance work. But yeah, it worked out all right. We didn't need to modify a great deal. It was an engine mount, custom engine mount to make it you know, fit, and just a couple of adjustments on the custom manifold. But,
Okay.
yeah, no, all sits in there quite neat now, which is great.
That's excellent. I mean, I could definitely feel the hard work that's going into it. It
Yeah,
was
man. Yeah.
ridiculous. I mean, you threw me back into my seat, and then like it wasn't even done as soon as the turbo kicked in. Like,
Yeah,
it was
yeah, that's it. It was. I think we
roaring.
stopped at about 6. I think
wow.
so. Still another 2.5 to go.
Yeah, man.
But,
So we're nearing our little photo shoot location now, but the sun is going. Do you know this area at all? It's a piece of it.
it's been a little while since I've been in this little area.
Yeah.
Straight in.
Yeah. It's actually this little. It's sort of like an alleyway. It really reminds me of like a US sort of alleyway just behind here.
Behind me.
Nah, where that guy's just come out of, pretty much.
Oh yeah,
See
just
it?
down there.
Yeah. But usually when I come here, there's a van or something parked in there. But it looks like we're right now.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah. So this is where we're shooting tonight. Not much space, but we'll make it work, don't worry. I might just get out and do it once around.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'll lift the bonnet up for people who want to
Yeah,
see.
sure. So here's what I'm shooting tonight for Adelaide Japanese car spotting